Yo! It's good, Josh Bros, man. Today, really quick, we are going to talk about earlier yesterday because I'm doing a late record because I had work. But yes, late yesterday we saw John Cena do his promo once again, and they basically teased another fight between, or a verbal exchange, I should say, between, well, an actual fight between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. So, show started off with good old John Cena, which I feel like I feel like that almost plays part into the character as well. Like, if Cena really doesn't like these people, then he's probably gonna try to get up out of there as quick as humanely possible. So I think that's playing a little bit into the character as well, of the fact that he doesn't care for these people. So he basically, I feel like they're playing that into the story a bit of having him, or I should say, him starting off the show could play into the story as well, because like it makes sense that he would want to get out of there pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he came out there and basically told the crowd that, like, once again, like you said last week, that they're awful people, and that he can predict exactly what their emotions are. He was saying stuff like, I know you guys more than you know yourselves, because when I bled, you thought I was tough. When I was like, it was like vanilla, you were bored. When he was edgy, you thought it was cool. So basically he was going like, basically, when I did certain things in my career, because he said, pinpoint something in my career, I could tell you exactly how all you people felt. So playing into that, he was like, I know how all of you felt when in 2005 I gave you the greatest thing ever, and that was turning the WWE championship into the spinner belt, or spinner championship, where you had the logo in the middle that you could spin it around and stuff like that. And I know of that era, because obviously I was born that year, so obviously I wouldn't have remembered it fondly like everybody else. But I remember that being a thing, like hearing about it, seeing it, and thinking, that thing is cool. So he basically was saying, you guys got mad that I turned your, prized possession into a toy. But in reality, and it was, Cena's a freaking intelligent genius, man. It was a nice play on words, because then he said, you thought I turned the championship, your, precious championship, into a toy when I made the spinner championship. But in reality, I'm going to win the WWE championship at WrestleMania, and I'm going to retire with it and take it home with me, so that the next, so that when they, create a new championship, that'll be the toy, because I will be the last real WWE champion, which makes sense, because him saying, basically, John Cena is going to win the championship at WrestleMania, retire with it since this is his last year. So he's going to hold it and retire it with it, keep that championship at home. And the WWE will be forced to create a new world championship, and that championship will be seen as a toy, because we know the last, real championship came home with John Cena. So that was a nice play on words. Like, y'all got mad at me when y'all assumed that me making the spinner belt was me turning the championship into a toy, but in reality, it's going to be me as the last real WWE champion. There will be no more woos and all of that, because he will be a record-breaking 17-time world champion to beat Ric Flair's 16-time world champion ship record. So that was a nice piece of business. Like I said, I ain't gonna break down every detail. Y'all have probably seen it a lot by now, but it's gonna do you better justice. It's gonna do you better to actually watch the full thing. But as far as what I remembered from that promo, that is exactly about what I remembered. But yeah, that boy John Cena said he made y'all making it easy for me, y'all making it simple. But yeah, John Cena's been cooking up, man. He has a reason to be this way, man. You know what I'm saying? The fans haven't been hating on him. Now, he didn't mention, once again this week, he didn't mention The Rock and his alignment there. So I don't know if that is gonna play majorly into the story, or whether, as in like him explaining it or whatever, or if they're just having that be the catalyst for his heel turn, or his human being turn, because he calls himself a human being, not a face or a heel. But I don't know if they're gonna make that just the reason for the turn, and it's not actually gonna play into the story, or what. But we'll see what happens as the weeks goes on. But after he said that, after he got through telling the crowd off like that, you know what I'm saying? Boom, we hear Cody's music. We get the woes. He has the suit on, and Cody says, like, you know, you said you're gonna take the championship away from all. Oh, so that was the line I gotta mention. The line he said was, "I'm gonna ruin wrestling." That's how he started it. He first said, "I'm gonna ruin wrestling, and I'm gonna ruin wrestling for each and every single one of you by winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania and retiring with it, taking it home with me." That way, when WWE makes a new championship, that will be considered the toy because I'll be the last real WWE champion. So I forgot to say that was the key line there. He's gonna ruin wrestling for everybody. And then he said that line, so I forgot to say that. And then that's when it led to Cody going, you said what did you just say? You say you're gonna ruin wrestling. You do realize to take the WWE Championship away from the people, you got to be able to take away from me first, which was a good line because it's like, yo, you gonna be fighting me, man. You ain't gonna be fighting the people. Now I'm Team Cena, but I'm still humanizing with Cody, man. I could see the frustrations if you were in this position. But boom, he said that. And he said that, you know what, last week I was wrong. I made a mistake. I was saying that I wanted the real John Cena. I wanted Super Cena, guy who, fights the good fight, never gives up, all this other type of stuff. I want that John Cena, the John Cena we all come to know and love, not, what we see now. He says, but I made a mistake because what we see now, this could be the most dangerous John Cena because you genuinely believe, I can tell you genuinely believe everything that is coming out of your mouth right now. So because I know that that's not, fabricated, it's not fake. I know you genuinely believe all the stuff you've been saying to these people. So that could make you the most dangerous John Cena. So he basically said, you know what, you want to take this championship so bad, then go ahead and take it. And so Cody put the championship on the mat in between him and John Cena and start unbuttoning the shirt, not all the way, but halfway unbutton the shirt. And he's got done ready. He's like, begging Cena to come on, like, check that championship. Basically on some take that championship and see what happened type time. And John Cena, he doing this right here, getting ready to scrap. And then he leaves the ring, man. I'm loving Hill Cena from the verbiage to the demeanor and the way he's going about things differently. You know what I'm saying? Now he's the one that's walking out and running away when his, Super Cena days was the complete opposite. But nah, he did that. And then he turned around, and Cody was like, I think Cody was like, John. Yeah, as John was walking up the ring, he called his name and he was like, I think he said, what did he say? He was like, you're psychotic reasoning for taking this championship is not as strong as our right to keep it, which our right as in himself and the people. Yeah, he was like, your psychotic reasoning for wanting to take this championship is not as strong as our right to keep it, as in him and the people's right to keep the championship, which was a great freaking line, man. Cody was getting nice, and it was just some, it was just some nice on both ends, it was just that nice, unique, creative verbiage, man. You know what I'm saying? Just some classic good guy, bad guy type of thing, man. It was freaking fantastic. So that made John Cena turn around a little bit. He's marching back to the ring a little bit, like he's like, okay, bad, you know what I'm saying, and then he turned back again, and this time he really did leave. You know what I'm saying? So he really did leave. Cody's there with the championship. And I think the last thing Cody said was, he kind of reiterated the line he said on Friday Night SmackDown in the past. I think this was right. I think it was the first time we heard from Cody since that happened. I think he said kind of like more or less the same thing where he's like, you realize that the champ is no longer there, as in pointing at Cena being out in the out towards the entrance. He's like, the champ is no longer there, which point that where Cena's at, but the champ is right here. The champ is in the center of this ring. So boom, throw the mic down, and he said that just like how you're walking out now empty-handed, because when he was leaving the ring, he didn't have, he was empty-handed. He said just like how you're walking out right now empty-handed is the exact same way you're going to be walking out of WrestleMania as an empty-handed. And then he said it's the same way you're going to walk out of WrestleMania. And he said, and it's the exact same way you're gonna walk out of WWE because he's retiring. So that's how you're gonna walk out. You're gonna walk out of WrestleMania empty-handed, and you're gonna walk out of the WWE empty-handed. Boom, throw the mic down. That was freaking nice right there. Now here's the thing. Obviously, the wrestling fans, people like me and others, we was all like, oh man, we was waiting for the verbal battle. Let's see if Cena, cooks Cody like how he's cooked other people in the past, like Roman and Austin Theory and Miz and just all types of people he's just verbally tore into in the past. So we were thinking we were gonna get that verbal battle with Cody this week, but we ended up not getting it. But we still got some good stuff. This was still, like I said, just nice verbiage on both ends, nice creative. Like I'm a big fan of, like, the creativity, because that's what makes promo sound different, is when you kind of say things, when you deliver things in a more creative way instead of saying it with such simplicity. You add your own personality, your own twist to it, but get the same point across. But it makes it sound different, unique to everybody's personality. But good verbiage this week. That was still good, but we got next week. I think they're gonna be in London, UK, the UK. Yeah, they're gonna be in London, bruv. They're gonna be in London, and what they're gonna do in London is apparently have another face to face as Cody with the WWE Championship going face to face with his opponent John Cena next week on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Still another early start time like it was this week over here in America. All right, I'm sorry. All right, that's enough. That was freaking great. All my UK subs, man, y'all let me know how my accent was. But anyway, they're going to have another one, and I think this is the last advertised date that Cena's going to be there, like before WrestleMania. This is his last, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is his last advertised date, like as in, like, they said he's going to be there. Like, they got, because they got Cena's dates of when he's going to be there for the next, like, I think month or two or whatever. I think this is the last date he's going to show up before WrestleMania, because his dates after next week will be after WrestleMania. So, on the Friday Night SmackDowns after WrestleMania. So, I feel like next week is, like, I would think next week is when we're going to finally get the face-to-face, because the main thing they've been building up to here is that John Cena has been talking about winning the WWE Championship, but he's yet to say anything directly to Cody. I ain't gonna lie, I got great teeth, man. I'm sorry, I just noticed that, man. That's crazy. I gotta get them a little more white, but other than that, they straight. They literally straight. But anyway, sorry, my bad. Anyway, I think we're going to get the face-to-face, like them really actually, like, arguing with each other, going back and forth, because Cena has yet to say anything, like, directly to Cody. He said he's going to win the WWE Championship and all this other stuff, but he's yet to really say anything directly to Cody, like say something to his face. He's been playing it silent, talking to Cody. I mean, the most we heard him say was, "Listen, kid." Remember last week when he was like, "Listen, kid," and Cody was like, "Enough. You don't address me as kid, you address me as WWE champion." That was the most he said to him. So we haven't really gotten Cena tearing into Cody specifically on the microphone yet. And I think we may possibly, most likely, get it next week, just because it makes sense to that they've been building that up, like building up that anticipation for that eventual exchange of words between the two, Cody and John. But anyway, good segment, good way to start the show. The show was okay. We had a match at the main event between Penta and Braun Breaker. Only other notable thing was they're gonna make a match between Rhea and Io next week, and whoever wins that match will face Bianca at WrestleMania. But then later in the night, they made Bianca the special guest referee. So it's still gonna end up in a triple threat, if you ask me. I thought it was still gonna be a triple threat, but once they made Bianca the referee, I'm like, well, definitely gonna be a triple threat, because then there's gonna be that controversy conflict. Oh, well, she didn't call it down the middle and blah blah blah, and then they're gonna be triple threat. So they're just doing more stuff to get to a triple threat. I guess they're trying to make a little more of a logical reasoning why Rhea would belong in this, because Adam Pearce said that Rhea has her rematch, and Bianca's gonna mess it up, and that's gonna give Rhea a reason to gripe and stuff like that. So they're just going about it they're just going about what we already know we're gonna get in some, interesting ways, to say the least. And then Jay's surprise partner was Jimmy, and they beat A-Town Down Under of Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Then in the back, Jimmy challenged Gunther. He was basically trying to motivate Jay, and I think Jay went for a spear because Gunther attacked him after the match, and Jay went for a spear or something, and he slipped. And I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Maybe it was on purpose, but yeah. Gunther got sent outside the ring when Jimmy brought in a chair. Then later in the back, Jimmy was trying to talk up Jay, because Jay was maybe kind of doubting himself or whatever, so he was giving him that pep talk. And then he goes to Gunther in the back and says that he's going to challenge him to a match next week. And then I think I forgot what Gunther said after that, but it led to Jimmy Uso giving him one of these, man. Like it was about that sound. Like, it was a good freaking sound, man. He slapped Gunther across the face, did Jimmy Uso, pretty goddamn hard. So Jimmy slapped Gunther, and that sets up and we're getting a match, I think, now next week on Monday Night Raw. And then the last notable thing was CM Punk telling Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins that, I think he said like a line like I work with children, from from where he used to, work. You know what I'm saying? That was a little line shot at there. But he was saying that they're gonna have a contract signing next week, which I never understood because they already now on social media and before Punk started cutting his promo, they announced that it was going to be a WrestleMania. But I guess the contract signing makes it to where there's no way you're getting out of this match. Maybe that's what it's for. But anyway, Punk said that, the two things that Seth and Roman need to remember is that one, neither one of you have beaten me without the other one's help, which is like, what he said last Friday. And then the second thing you need to know is I brought you both into this world and I can't wait to take you both out. Best in the world. Threw the mic down. And obviously because, Punk was behind, for those who don't know, Punk was behind the creation of the Shield. Like legitimately when they were coming up with the idea, like they didn't coin the Shield, like they didn't coin that name, the Shield. But yeah, Roman, Seth, and Dean Ambrose were in a faction called the Shield, and Punk legitimately was behind the creative of how that team came about. So that's what he meant when he said he's gonna he brought them both in his world, he's gonna take both of them out. But that was the high points of Monday Night Raw. I saw the whole show, so it was okay, maybe solid okay show. It wasn't nothing too crazy. It was like a few things were a little better, but as an overall show, it was all right. You know what I mean? But I love and appreciate you guys, man. I had to get this video out for you guys. Again, I had work, so that's why you see me post this late. But at the end of the day, we're going to say it is what it is, and what it's going to be is this prodigy continuing to come out with the content vision of the bangers, even if we got to do the silent videos, is what I call them when I got to be, lower sound like this. But love and appreciate you guys either way. Share it with your friends. Like, comment, subscribe before you leave. And I shall see y'all in the next video. Turn on notifications for future videos. And I shall see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.